So this is the biggest question. I love this question. This is my favorite one because I can go on forever. I won't, I promise. Isn't having an iPhone app better? If you watch TV, most of you do, I do, all you see are these manufacturers pumping apps, 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 apps. Why? Well, they want you to buy their device. And apps, you can only get an Android app if you own an Android-specific device. You can only get a BlackBerry app if you have a BlackBerry device. Same thing with the iPhone. So they want you to buy their apps, therefore buy the phone. I would argue no, it's not the best solution. Really quickly, it's a major share, 25% of US. Apple has that market share pretty much locked down. It fluctuates because we're also talking about iPod touches, which don't really make calls, so they're kind of double dipping, but that's okay, we allow that. 14.4% worldwide are the iPhones. So it's a huge market share, and it should be thought about. But the question I have for you is, do you want to limit all your customer base to just people having iPhones? Do you run the store, and when someone walks in saying, hey, let me see your iPhone, I don't have one. Well, get the hell out of here. I don't want your business. Your money's no good here. Mobile websites allow 100% of all web-enabled devices to view your mobile site. Period. iPhone, Android, BlackBerry, they all have very similar experiences. One of the reasons why, one of the things we tout about our technology is that, yeah, we create mobile sites, but we also make sure that those sites fit and format to any device. I actually went on my father's old Nokia, thumb-sized thing. I don't even know how he uses this thing anymore. And it actually has a browser built in. And I went to the Mobile Cardcast website, and sure enough, it pulled up, the pictures formatted to this teensy-weensy little screen, and you could scroll down and see all the text. So
the point here is that our app and our website, regardless of Apple, the BlackBerry, Sprint, or whatever, even company, but whatever device, Samsung, it will work on that device. So it's universal.
Yeah, and just like anything else, just like Facebook, if I said to you, oh yeah, use Facebook to enhance your business, I think you should absolutely do that. Social networking is huge. But again, to see your Facebook page, I need a Facebook account. I need a username, I need a password. You don't need any username and password to access the web, do you? Well, unless you have a certain account. But to view the Premier Estate Properties website, I assure you, you don't have to do anything. You just go to it. And we'll tell you some of the other great benefits of what's going on. So just really quickly, why is it, an app can do a lot of things that maybe the web can't do, but in most cases, you want to drive traffic. You want to see who's clicking on links. You want to get turnaround rates, and you want to let people look at Premier Estate Properties on their phone. Look at pictures, look at descriptions, but it's got to format to the device. It's got to make sense on the device. If it doesn't, it's no good and it's not going to be used. So just going over the benefits itself, one by one, again, I'm going to keep reiterating, 100% of all devices that can reach the web can view the mobile site. Really awesome. So you're not limiting anybody to anything else. It's compatible with all search engines. I know there's only really now 3, like we talked about before, but Google, of course, Yahoo, Bing, any of the other ones, Startpage, they're all out there. It's compatible, so you'll be able to still get the results, and once you click, our experience takes place. Redirection, this is one of the biggest things. A lot of people came to us and said, well, I don't want to change my URL because I don't want to have mycompany.mobi or m.mycompany, because everything changes. Your print ads have to change, and the way you market has to change. You don't want to have to, put 2 URLs. And the worst thing, folks, really the worst thing is when I have to explain to someone what the URL is to somebody. Oh, go to blank.this.blank. No. Go to the website. We redirect all mobile users. That traffic goes that way. It goes to the mobile site. They're not going to see the main site. That's one of the benefits, because this way, hey, the job is done for you. You don't have to worry about it. It's already there. So that's one of the big things. Automatic redirection is huge, and it's getting better. Usable from all internet-enabled phones, like I said before. The networking links, I'll show you what we do for social networking, because it's, again, folks, it's tremendous. You need social networking, and you've all spent some time already doing social networking, so to not tie it into this medium would be foolish, especially since the social networking tools have already gone mobile way before we did. So we'll get into that afterwards. It works internationally, so anybody, someone in Poland, if they have a web-enabled device, same thing. You'll also be able to see where they hit and where they came from. We'll go over reporting, but it works all over the world. No really major IT resources. An app is different. An app's like a program you install on your computer. We've all used Windows before. My goodness, I'm a Windows user, and my programs, when they crash, when there's something wrong, you have to call the company, you have to wait online. This is just a mobile site. Basically, you're going to call me if you have questions. So that's really awesome. And I can answer all the questions for you, but it's just turnkey. It's just a little miniature version of your site that works basically the same exact way. We've just taken all the hard work those guys in the back did, and all the work you guys have done up until this point, and we just made it mobile. So our job was certainly a lot easier. Your competitors don't have a mobile site. Chances are they don't. Go to their sites. If they do, congratulations. But you'll also find, like I said before, a lot of companies are not branding their mobile sites. They're just putting this, site situation to someone else. They're not really putting their hands into the dirt and saying, well, wait a minute, I want to make sure that the logo is right. I want to make sure that the colors of the company are right. It wouldn't make much sense to have red buttons on the Premier State Properties website. It's ridiculous. And yet, I could, off air or after the presentation, I could show you some very heavy companies that have totally missed the boat with branding their mobile site. It's unbelievable, but it happens because this is still very new. We're still here. So moving on, gateway application. So we don't want to leave all the app people alone. We don't want to say, well, to hell with you. We just have a site, we're done. We also want to fuel all the people that love to install apps on their devices. We want to give them the ability. So for the big three, for the iPhone, the BlackBerry, and the Android, we've coined the phrase the gateway application. All it is, it's not really an application, but if I were to equate it to a computer, it's like putting a shortcut on the desktop of your computer, which goes right to the site. So if someone says, I love Premier State Properties so much, I don't even want to open my browser and then type it in. I want to just say, double click on this, go right to it. And that's what we allow people to do. Also, it's fully branded, it has the logo. When it loads up, the startup screen's right there. You can say whatever you want on the startup screen, and then it goes right to the home page of the WAP site. Click, boom. And the other great thing is obvious. It's your brand on their device, on their personal device, whenever they want it. They get to see it. So sure enough, the brand's on the phone, and it fuels all the major app people, all the people in the app world.
I think that this was an extra feature that we jumped to because of the fact that we want it, again, as easy to access our website as possible, and through the app, we'll definitely achieve that.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave it out. There's no reason. Nobody has to go to the iTunes store to get the iPhone app for Premier States. It's on the home page. You just click a button, you follow the instructions, and ultimately you add the bookmark to your home screen. And we wanted to make sure that people still get that experience of point and click like you get on the web. Maybe even easier because it's on the mobile device. So we have that going on. And of course, again, questions by all means, let me know later on. I can show you some examples. I have an iPod Touch on me. I have a BlackBerry. We can, do some tech support on the phone, stuff that happens all the time. GPS is still, it's going on right now. More phones are supporting it. More phones are accepting it. I am right here right now, obviously, and I want to see the properties around me on the devices that support it. You click GPS search. It brings up 20 listings within however many miles, 700 miles of where you are. Obviously, list them closest to furthest. Nothing, we're not reinventing the wheel here, folks. It's already done. We're just making it mobile, and we're making it work. Right now, the search is up anywhere from 700 to 2,000. So sometimes we broaden the search if you're a big company. Miles. Yeah, miles.
So the GPS, so if somebody's sitting in front of
a
listing.
Yeah, let me explain. So here's what we've done.
Yeah.
So if someone is in front of a house, and this is an add-on too for as far as the site is concerned, a lot of companies don't have this. So if you're in front of a house and you want information on it, you hit GPS and that listing will come up. Number two, if you're in front of a guard-gated community, let's say the Sanctuary or some of the communities in Vero or Naples, and you want to know what properties are for sale now, what's the price range, you hit the GPS, those properties will come up. If you're in front of a community that doesn't allow yard signs, and you want to know what property and what address those properties are, you can do through GPS.
Also, these are just our listing codes,
no,
correct?
Yes, it would be just our list. Sorry, thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then also here, if you're in front of a condominium building, Scott, you can press that and it will give you the prices and so forth in the building.
Right. And
so,
sorry, Jeff.
Go ahead.
Yeah, just to reiterate, not all devices are supporting this right now. BlackBerry, I'm a BlackBerry user, struggling BlackBerry user, but sure enough, BlackBerries have still, they don't support the GPS just yet. Every time new BlackBerries get released, new firmware comes out, and they're fixing a lot of the issues. The good news, really quick, is that a lot of phones are starting to kind of share technology and they're kind of walking a straight line because they know that more sites are being created and more technologies are coming to the mobile